So today, the 30th of March, 2020, the second most powerful energy of this month with the threes, the Christ consciousness, and the 2020, things becoming clearer. This month has been really significant in bringing through the energies of the Christ consciousness. On the 3rd of March was a significant day for, it was the day of Moses's birthday and Moses's death. And I only connected this morning when I realized that Moses didn't make it into the promised land. He received the law of God, then he took the Israelites through the desert for however long, 40 years or however long he got lost in the desert for. I'm not real up on all of that, but he wasn't able to enter the promised land for whatever it was that he had done along the way that he wasn't allowed to do that. And I thought this is rather significant that there was this, he couldn't enter the promised land. And if we look at the symbology of what is the promised land, it's like the world of things to come. It's like heaven on earth. The symbolic meaning of it. And so that was on the 3rd of March. And now we have the 30th of March. And I feel this is like the last sound session for March. We knew that we were working with the Christ consciousness codes we're always working with them, but significant for the month of March because of the 3 energy. And so this is the Trinity energy coming through. And today the vision that I had was the hand of God holding out an open book. And on the book was some words, a few words, they were quite big. The only word that I could actually read was awake. And to the side here was flying a little white dove. The significance of the God and the right hand, they always say, and he stood by the right hand of God, which is Jesus's position, the Christ, to stand by the right hand of God. They often, I think they also say Enoch stands by the right hand of God. To stand by the right hand of God means the exalted position. And it means the power of God. So it was the right hand of God and authority. The authority of God was holding out the book with the words awake, which might as well be wake up or awakening. So by the power of God, we can't stop it. It must happen. The awakening must happen. And the dove here flying, the dove is the Christ consciousness. The dove is in biblical terms called the Holy Spirit, because it was seen when the Holy Spirit was seen over Jesus when he had the baptism with St. John. The Holy Spirit showed itself in the form of a dove or the shape of a dove or something like that, because it's actually an energy. So but they've used the symbolism of the dove. So it represents the becoming the Christed self. And so that is like the significance today of what we're being shown, that this is going to happen and it must happen. And interestingly enough, I just watched a video of I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, big long video. And the guy, it'll come to me, but David Wilcox. David Wilcox is said to be an incarnation of Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet who did all the predictions in his sleep. Anyway, it was a 5-hour video. Took a long time, took me a few days to get through it, but there was something that he said in there, and he was talking about, the sides, the light and the dark, whatever, and the things that are being said that are going to happen, that we know will happen, that is being predicted. And one of the things was that they had been saying that these things that were going to happen, it will be biblical. It will be biblical. And he was quoting like, okay, the fires in Australia was like biblical. So, it will be biblical. And then we get this vision today about it being biblical. And, it's always been predicted, the plagues and, what have you. And here we have the virus coming through now. And he was actually talking, to tell people not to worry. This is going to happen. This is about the awakening, la, la, la. I also feel the same. I've had people talk to me. They are, maybe concerned, not able to stay positive. I don't feel anything except absolute light and clear, and that there's nothing to be concerned about. Yes, there are things happening that we don't want to happen, but in the bigger picture, there is nothing really to be concerned about. And then this vision today, I felt was very much showing us that we are nearly through it. We must be nearly through it. How long nearly through it is, I don't know, because, an age is 2,000 years. Now, nearly through it could be a couple of months. Nearly through it could be a couple of years or whatever. But we are being offered and we're being shown now. Now is a time to wake up. Now is a time for everyone. And it doesn't matter how awake you are. Wake up again. Wake up more. Wake up more. Wake up more. Keep waking up. Because those of us that can hold greater degrees of light are able to hold those degrees of light for others that are not yet ready. And then when they are ready, they obviously hold it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then everybody will become awakened, and the darker energies that have been trying to get their own way won't be able to get their own way. And so, it's all about the awakening. And I felt very significant, and I recognized, okay, we're coming through the end of March, which is the last chakra. The third chakra is the final chakra related to fear. The third chakra is, on the ladder, 1, 2, 3, those 3 chakras where, humanity, the collective, still operating from fear, still operating from the lower 3 chakras, 1, 2, 3, and it's all to do with fear. We move into the 4th month, which is the bridge, the heart. So I imagine, but I could be wrong, that during the month of April, people are really going to start stepping more into the heart. And we can see what's happened so far, and it's happening fast, things are really happening fast. So if by the month of April, which is only 2 days away, the energies are starting to come more from the heart. People are standing on the bridge. What are we going to do now? Do we want to live in fear, or do we want to rise up, down, up, down, up? It'll be like a choice time. Where shall we go? Now, I talked too much and I forgot what it was that I was going to say. Okay, the 4th of April, 444. This is significant to those of you who do my work. On the 4th of April, on the 3rd of March, 3/3/2004, which is 3 and 3 is 6, 2 is 8, and 4 is 12, a 3 vibration day, 12-3 vibration day, I began to bring through this energy of Luxor light ascension frequencies. On the 4th of March, it came through in the shake, rattle, and roll activations. On the 4th of April 2004, 2004, but we were 444 if you skip the 2 bit, I was shown the symbol, the Luxor light symbol that we work with now. And this symbol is like a key that opens us to awakening to our Christ itself. So we have a Luxor light birthday that we celebrate on the 3rd of March, which really probably should be more the 4th of March. But between the 3rd and the 4th is when the energies are there. And on the 4th of April is the day that I was given this symbol. So this year, the 4th of April, 4 and 4 is 8, and 2 is 10. And if you just add the 2 for the 20, it becomes 12 again. So we have the 3. Otherwise, it is 30. But in any case, however you do it, it is the energy of the Christ consciousness. This is like a key that opens you to Christ consciousness. It's like the dove. So the dove is coming back on the 4th of April. And you know that there is a big mass call for millions of meditators on the 4th of the 4th. And on that day, I will actually be doing a live healing session again, to join with that energy, to pump it up, to really, you know, get people involved in that energy. So that is on Saturday, 4th of the 4th. So how significant is that? And, you know, the higher heart is also known as the Christ chakra. So we step onto the bridge of the heart and into the higher heart. And the choices are made to step into the fifth world, which is the throat, the truth, bringing through the truth, where we can go into the higher realms. So very significant the next couple of months, April and May. May being the celebration of the Buddha, Buddha's birthday, Buddha's ascension. And so very significant again around the full moon of May, but in particular, we will be looking at the 5th of the 5th, really amping up that 5 energy. So I really find that today's vision was very powerful and very significant for the energies that are coming through. And I've done the cards for today, and the first card that came through was a 5, taking us through into the world of truth, and it is become a clear channel. This is the most important thing for us now, become a clear channel. When we are a clear channel, we will not feel the fear. We will not be concerned. We will be just holding and transmitting and transferring the light. We are moving into the world of the Christed times, the Aquarian age, which is when everybody has the opportunity to become Christed, to step out of fear, to step away from the negative hold of the lower 3 chakras. And interesting, I did the chakra cards before I go on with the rest of the card readings. Last week I started to do drawing a card from the chakra cards, and I can't remember what we had last week. I don't know if it was the solar plexus or not, but it is the solar plexus again today. The solar plexus, card number 3, again telling us really work with that energy now, because clear the fears, and if the fears are clear, activate the solar plexus, because the solar plexus powers us into our purpose and into clarity, into expansion, into, you know, seeing, leaving no stone unturned, really knowing how to go out there, being in the knowingness, being in balance with the brow as well, so that it is the healed egoic mind, being able to operate from the positive ego, which is what we all need, the ego. We need the positive ego because it's what powers us forward. So that was the card. But the first card today, become a clear channel. Remove all of the fear, all of that's in the lower 3 chakras, and become an absolutely clear channel. The second card for the sacral chakra is daydreams and decisions. Card number 7. So this is trust in your visions and bring them into creation, because this is the creation chakra. Trust in your visions, daydreams and decisions. So bring in the creative visualization. Stay focused on the positive of what you want to bring forward. Daydreams and decisions. If you've decided and you've intended you want something, because this is the world that they talked about, the world of darkness, where when we came to the end of the Mayan calendar, they said it was the end of the world, you know, because we didn't know what the next world was going to be about, and because we were creating that. Now, who knows, are we behind time? Sort of feels a little bit like we've been behind time, but, you know, blink of an eye when it comes to the bigger picture. So now, what do you want in your life? You want to be a clear channel. You want to be a Christed one. You want to be able to bring forth all the beauty and of heaven, creating heaven on earth. So bring that creative visualization into being, remove all of the fears, and bring forward your beautiful visions. Trust in the divine. 7 is divine. Have divine daydreams, divine creative visualizations. And the third chakra, solar plexus, things are moving. There are messages coming to you. Things are moving forward. Be in your power. This is the horse. Be in your power. Ride your power forward. Be positive, and really keep that clear. So we've got a clear channel. We've got great creative visualizations going on, and we're in our power, and we're riding forward, bringing messages forward for others as well. And the heart chakra card is 9 of fire and energy, like get it on fire. Don't give up. Protect that which is that you have created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So don't give up. You can do it. You know, this is the pivotal time for you. All of the work that you have done on yourself, all of the healing that you have done, all of the ascension work, all of the rising above, don't give up. Really keep that channel clear, as clear, as clear, as clear, and keep moving forward. And the fifth card, so this is the card on the bridge. This is the heart card on the bridge. Don't give up now. Don't turn around and go back down the ladder. Keep going forward, rising up, rising up, rising up. And here we have it. The healing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, offering healing to each other, connecting with those energies, more important than ever now, more important than ever. The divine masculine, divine feminine must come together in healing to rise up. It's all about ascension. Heal it within yourself. Heal it, or find a way not to have conflict. Peace offerings, peace offerings, peace offerings, in whatever way you can do it, whether it be staying apart so that there's peace. Whatever you do, have peace. Have peace here, have peace here. Be in peace. Must have the healing of the divine masculine, divine feminine, to step over that bridge into the world of truth, which is the throat chakra that we are moving forward. And the sixth card is Ptah, card number 20, Ptah, the new eon. So this is exactly what we're talking about, the new eon, the new world, the new times that we are moving into. Imagination, again, use your imagination, use your creative visualization, visionary prophet, because when you do, you bring that forward. So it's very, very powerful time. So if you're feeling concerned, I had messages from people that say things like, I fear this or I fear that. Be careful of your words. Don't fear anything. Or this is going to happen, like saying, affirming that a negative is going to happen. That is what we do not want. We do not want to affirm any negativity, and we do not want to use fear in our words. Keep everything light. Be the visionary prophet. Do you want to be the visionary prophet of the doom and the gloom? Or do you want to be the visionary prophet of the beautiful new eon, the heaven on earth? That is what we want. So really check that. Keep your energy moving, clear it, clear it, clear it. Listen to all my sound codes, join my sound codes groups, clear the mind. And what will you have when you have that? The seventh card is flow of prosperity, Lakshmi. Lakshmi, bringing the flow of prosperity. If you are a clear channel, so here we have, become a clear channel, the first card, and flow of prosperity. If you have a clear channel, you will have the flow of prosperity, of all good things, all things from our abundant universe. Anything that you need, whatever you think, you will have it, because you are daydreaming it into visualization. You are being the visionary prophet. You've said it will be like this, and you thought it, and you did not shift your thoughts, and before you knew it, you had that flow of prosperity, and it arrived on your doorstep. So that basically is the card for today. What else do I usually do at this time? I do the cards, I give the message, I've done that, and I've done that. Okay, so we're going to go in to receive the light codes. I will be posting this on YouTube again. I actually want to start doing some lives on YouTube if anybody is interested, but I need people to let me know so that I can set times for it. I tend to work fairly spontaneously. I try to set dates for things, but I'm not really that good. I go with my energy. If I can set a date and stick with it, well, I will stick with it if I set a date. But usually I wait to see how the flow of energy goes, what's happening. I'm doing a lot of work with my clients at the moment, so I'm trying also to find this extra time to do some extra free stuff. So you need to let me know what you want. I'm doing stuff on Facebook. If you're watching my YouTube channel and you want to know more, please hit the subscribe button. It's a little Luxor light symbol at the bottom of my YouTube channel. And if you push that, it gives you the subscribe button. So, okay, I'm going to say bye for now. See you next week and all that stuff. Bye. We have a stop recording thing here.